People often look at the top end of a creek and think the creek starts there, when in fact you really have to look upstream further and to see the real beginnings of the creek is from the highest point of the ridge way back up there.
Basically, we're trying to better manage the water runoff from our lands and rural areas so that we can reduce the amount of sediment that's ending up in the lake and reduce the amount of nutrients that end up there as well.
Too much nutrients means too much algae. That interferes with the economic benefits of tourism and harms marine life. Plus, hundreds of thousands of people depend on Lake Huron for their drinking water. Lake Huron's southeast shore stretches from Sarnia to Tobermory. This rural area along Lake Huron includes 5 conservation authorities: St. Clair Region, Osabo Bayfield, Maitland Valley, Saugeen Valley, and Grey Sauble. Healthy Lake Huron has chosen 5 priority areas for watershed protection and improvement. These sentinel watersheds are Lambton Shores, Main Bayfield, Bayfield North or Gullies, Garvey Creek and Glen Drain or North Shore, and the Pine River watershed.
We need the cooperation of the landowners, and we've been very fortunate in these 5 watersheds. Most of them have bought into the idea that they can make a difference by making changes on their own land.
We were having trouble with surface water flowing across the farm, creating gully erosion essentially. Then we got approached by the Conservation Authority, and they came to us with a plan that would take the surface water underground and would account for all the waters coming across our farm. A contractor came in and they installed 5 berms in total and quite a bit of piping, and they to essentially take all the surface water underground and minimize erosion.
Soil, especially topsoil, it's a top commodity that they just don't make every day. The ground, once it gets saturated, then you have surface water running across the top, and that creates a lot of soil erosion. Alternating corn and soybeans, it used to be called crazy strips, for the purpose mainly is to control the soil erosion. We've added some grass buffer strips at the end of the fields, and on some fields we've had to put in some grass waterways. So when we get a big heavy rain, it'll accumulate here, and we've created this grass waterway. And it could run in here up to 12 inches deep, 14 inches deep. So it's a lot of water moving. And without the grass, we would have a lot of soil moving.
My name is Murray Scott. I've farmed in the township of North Huron, formerly the East Walnuts Township, all my life on land that our ancestors settled in the 1850s. We've ended up getting the runoff water from the fields potentially going directly into the stream and taking soil, etc. with us. So basically some of the steps we've made to improve that is to create berms and construct wetlands that, number 1, keep the water from running directly into the stream, and number 2, hold that runoff until it can naturally work its way back into the through the ground into the stream.
Yes, it has cost us some money, but in the grand scheme of things, if we didn't do anything, the cost would be much, much greater, and to society more so than the farmer himself.
The water has to go into the lake, and that's the way it's always gone. It's what it carries with us that we're really trying to get a handle on and make sure that the water that's going into the lake is as clean as we can make it be.
We're all in this together, and time has shown that the more we work together, the more we can accomplish great things, and I'm sure that we will find a way.